In this video, we'll learn how to create a quiz with MasterStudy LMS. This will make your online course more engaging. We already have a tutorial on creating a course in MasterStudy LMS. We'll link that in the video description. To create the most effective quiz, MasterStudy LMS Premium will be necessary. You can get MasterStudy LMS with all of its pro features from the link in this video's description. We'll also use a premium version of this plugin in this tutorial. So, let's start. We're here on the MasterStudy LMS official demo site. This is the WP admin dashboard. You can see their offer link here as well. In MasterStudy, there are various ways through which you can create quizzes. One of the ways is if we hover our mouse over here and click on questions, and you can see already there are some questions over here since this is a demo site. But when you have your own site, if you go to MasterStudy LMS, click on questions, and then click on the add new question, it will take you to a quiz builder where you can add a title to your question, select your question type, create answers, and provide a question result explanation. Okay. And you can publish this question, and later on, this question will be stored in the question library. From there, you can attach any of your questions to your courses. So another way is through the quizzes. Over here, if you click on quizzes, so quizzes are basically a collection of questions. So here you can see we have two quizzes, middle quiz and final quiz. So if we click on add new quiz, it will take us to the quiz builder that is available in the course builder section. So we will be using this quiz builder to create our questions, but not from this section. We will create our own course and add it from there. So let's get back and let's go to courses and let's click on add new course. We are not going to build an entire course. We're just going to quickly give a name and category to our course so that we can add questions to it. But if you guys want to learn how to create a course with MasterStudy LMS, we have a tutorial on that. Make sure to check it out. So I'll create the course and get back to you. Okay, so we created a course and here's the curriculum. We added two sections. Okay, so here are two sections and we can add lessons within this section, but we're going to add questions. Okay, so to add questions or quizzes to your course, you can simply click on this add a lesson. And from here, we can select the quiz. And we're going to name our quiz. We're going to call it section 1 quiz and click on the create button. And the quiz has been successfully created. And now this opens up the quiz builder that you saw previously. So from here, we can either click on questions or we can add question bank. So the question bank basically allows you to add quizzes from a certain category. So from here, you have to provide a name to your question bank, select number of questions, and select a category from where the questions will be displayed, and the questions will be displayed over here. But we won't use the question bank. We will basically use the questions from here. And from here, you can also notice the question library. So here, if you have used the first section that I told you about to create questions, you can access those questions from here. So for example, if there's a question you want to add, just simply select it and click on add one question. You can select multiple questions. And as soon as you add it, you can see it over here. So that's one way to add questions to your course. But we will use a different method. So let's go ahead and start adding questions to our course. So from here, first we're going to click on question, and this will create a drop-down. And you can see that MasterStudy LMS has 7 question categories: single choice, multiple choice, true, false, matching, image matching, keywords, and fill in the gap. So we will go sequentially and create a question of each type so you can understand how each type works. So the first question is the single choice. If I click over here, you can see this is the single choice question. Here you can add in your question. You can give it a category, and you can also change the quiz type from here. Also, you can add an image or video for your question. So our first question is going to be, what is the capital of Canada? If you want, you can add an image just by clicking over here. You can add image, video, or audio. So in that way, you can create a more precise question. And to add in the options to this question, we can simply click over here and add in our option. And after you add in the option, just hit enter on keyboard or click on this button. Both works. Then to add in another option, you can simply click over here and add your option and hit enter on keyboard. So in this way, you can add in your options And you can add multiple options. I just added 4. And after you add the options, you also have to select which is the correct answer. So in this case, Ottawa is the capital city of Canada. Okay, we will have this selected. If you want, you can also drag and drop your options anywhere you wish. You can rearrange the order of the options. Okay, so that is the single choice question type from MasterStudy LMS. Now we are going to go to the multiple choice. So as you can see, the multiple choice is similar to the single choice. Here, the difference is there can be multiple answers to this question. And here you can also add in images, videos, or audios to your question. Another thing to mention, you can also add images to your answers as well. So if you click over here, you can add in images for each answer. So here you can add in an image for Manitoba. For example, if you want to add an image, you just click over here and you just select or upload your image from your computer. So we are going to select an image. Here you can see this is an image. We can also upload an image for this. So in this way, you can add in your image, but we don't have enough images, so we're going to remove it. And we're going to set it back to this. Okay, so that is how you can add in images to your answers. Now moving on to the multiple choice question. Here you can add in your question. So we're going to add our question. So our question is identify some noble gases from the following options. Now, just like before, we are going to add in our options, okay, and hit enter on keyboard. And in that way, you can add in as many options as you want. So we'll go ahead and add all of our options. We added all our options, and from here, you can notice that you can select multiple options. For noble gases, we're going to deselect nitrogen, and we're going to choose xenon, helium, argon, and radon. So these are the correct answers. You can also rearrange the order if you wish, and these are the answers. You can also deselect this and have only one option selected, but that will basically be a single choice question. So it's better to use a single choice questions if you have one answer. Okay, but in our case, we have multiple answers, so we will have this selected. So that is the multiple choice question in MasterStudy LMS. Now let's go ahead and move on to the next question type, which is true, false. So we all know how true, false works. You just write a statement and the student has to decide if the statement is true or false. So let's go ahead and add in our question. So our question is the sun is a star, and this statement is obviously true. And let's go ahead and add in an image for this question so that you guys can see how this looks. So we're going to click on image and upload the image of a sun. Okay, so this image has been uploaded. Now we're going to select it. Okay, now we have an image to our question. Okay, so this looks cool, and we'll see how the questions look in the front end from the student's perspective later on. So this statement is true, not false. Okay, so we're going to select true, and that is our true, false question. Now let's move on to the next question type, which is matching. And let's write our question. So the question I wrote is match the gemstones with the correct color. So there will be two parts here, the question part and the answer part, and students have to match the both parts. So let's go ahead and add in the parts. We are going to click on this add new answer, and here we are going to enter our question, Ruby, and here we are going to write our answer. Ruby is a red gem, and we have written our answer here as red. Now, using this strategy, we are going to add in the other options. Okay, so these are our questions. In the front end, how the students are going to see it is the questions will be all here and the answers will be placed down below. They have to grab the answer from here and place it in the right order. So if Ruby is the question, they have to grab the red color or the red option from here and then drop it over here. Okay, so we'll take a look at this when we are taking the quiz. The next question type is actually a fun one, which is image matching. Now this is similar to the matching question type, but here students have to match images instead of texts. So let's go ahead and write a question so you can understand. The question is match the images of animals with the food they eat. So we are going to upload the images of animals and also the food they eat. Students have to match which food the animals eat. So let's go ahead and do it. We're going to click on add new answer. And here it generated a question part and an answer part like the matching question. So we are going to upload an image. We are going to click on browse files and upload our images one by one. So we uploaded all the images. So first we're going to add the image of this cow. And then we're going to add the image of the grass, since cows eat grass. Next, we're going to click on Add New Answer and upload the image of the cat and the image of a fish. Alright, so that's how the image matching questions work. Another thing to note is the explanation part. So if you click on this add explanation, you'll have a chance to add an explanation to your question. Okay, so let's go ahead and add in an explanation so that we can see how it looks in the front end. So we've written ruby is a gemstone that is dark red or blood red in color. Okay, so that is an explanation. You can add as many explanations as you want. Let's move on to the next question type, which is the keywords. Now, this is an interesting question type. Here, the students will be asked a question and they can write their answers in a box. Now, they can add multiple answers, but the answers has to match with the keywords that you have provided over here. So let's go ahead and add in our question so you can understand. So the question is, write the names of 2 planets close to Earth. Now, the planets which are close to Earth are Venus and Mars, as you know. So let's go ahead and add in our keywords. Okay, so these are our answers, Venus and Mars. Now, students don't have to write the keywords in the order. They can write Venus and Mars, or they can write Mars and Venus. Both will be correct. So that is how the keyword question type works. Now, let's scroll down and look at our final question type, which is the fill in the gap. Now, this is a popular question type. Here, basically, you write a question and put a blank where a specific word has to be placed. Now, the word has to be the correct word, otherwise the answer will be wrong. So here, there's an example. As you can see, Deborah was angry at her son. Her son didn't listen to her. Her son was 16 years old. Her son thought he knew everything. Her son yelled at Deborah. So, as you can see, the bold words, listen, thought, yelled, these words are placed between 2 bars. That means that these words will have a blank. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to create our question in that order. Okay, so here we added a question, fill in the gap with the correct answer, and the answer is water freezes at this degree Celsius. So instead of the 0, there will be a blank and students have to add in their correct answer. So that covers all the questions. So once you're done, you can simply publish this question. Okay, and then we can also view how the question looks from the front end. But before we do that, we are going to take a look at the settings. Beside question, there's the settings over here. You can write a short description for your quiz. So let's go ahead and do it. And you can also add in a quiz duration if you want. So students will have a limited time to answer these questions. And you can also choose a quiz style, default or pagination or global. You can also randomize questions, show correct answers, passing grade, points cut after retakes. So you can add all these options. You can also add in lesson contents. And in the next one, you can add in Q&A for this quiz. Okay, so once you're done, you can save your changes, okay, by clicking on this button. Now let's actually view how this question looks from the front end. So let's go ahead and click on this view button and see how our quiz looks. Okay, so this is our course. Now we can click on the start course button and we can start the quiz. Here it says section 1 quiz. Questions count 7. So let's start the quiz. Okay, so this is our quiz page, and here you can see all the questions are listed over here. So we have 7 questions in total. If I click in any of these sections, I can move it to that question exactly. All right, so let's start this quiz. First is, what is the capital city of Canada? We're going to select Ottawa. Identify some noble gases from the following options. So these are our options. You can deselect or change your answers if you want. Next, here is the question image that we added. So the sun is over here and the question is the sun is a star. So the true or false question, it's going to be true. Okay. And next we have the match the gemstones with the correct color. So you see all the answer blocks or the options are placed over here and we have to place all of these in the correct boxes. So ruby is a red gemstone. Sapphire is a blue gemstone. Emerald is a green gemstone and amethyst is a purple gemstone. So that's our answer. Next, we have to match the images of animals with the food they eat. So from here, we are going to get the options or answer blocks over here, just like matching, but we have images instead of texts. So we're going to grab the grass and drop it beside the cow. And we're going to grab the fish and drop it beside the cat. Okay, next we're going to scroll down and this is the keyword question type. So here we need to write the answers. We do not have to follow any specific sequence. We can write Mars, Venus in any order we want. So let's go ahead and write Mars first. Next, we're going to write Venus. And it takes the keyword exactly. Finally, the fill in the gap question, water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. And finally, we're going to click on submit. And it says, once you submit, you will no longer be able to change your answers. Are you sure you want to submit the quiz? So let's click on submit. All right, our question has been submitted and it also has been auto-graded. Here it says your score is 100%. You have successfully completed the course, demo course for testing MasterStudy LMS. Since we had only one lesson or one quiz in our entire course, this completes the entire course. Now we can also view the certificate. Okay. So that is how you can create quizzes in MasterStudy LMS. We hope that this video was helpful for you guys and you managed to create quizzes for your MasterStudy course. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos on WordPress. So thank you for watching. See you next time.